Hey, so I'm Major General retired Brian Watson. I'm the president of Army Engineers Association. I'm out here at Fort Leonard Wood. It's Regimental Week, and one of the key things about Regimental Week is that we bring industry in at our exhibition, and we let them sort of rub elbows with some of our junior leaders, and then it's also part of the professional discussion. It keeps them connected to the requirements that we have in the Army Engineers, and they begin to spark our imagination. And so what we're going to do today at the booth I'm in front of, I'll ask them to introduce themselves. You need to listen to what they have to say about how we as engineers can get credentialed and get some of the skills that we need to be the kind of project managers out in the field. Project management is a combat skill. I promise that. And so, Josh, if you would, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Absolutely.
And tell you about what you do.
Thank you, sir, so much. My name is Josh Agatston. I'm one of the founders of PM ProLearn. We're a veteran-owned company trying to intentionally integrate industry certifications and project management into the professional development cycle for all of our vets, right? Not just the engineers, but anyone in the community. And it started with my own experience. I got exposed to Lean Six Sigma as a maintenance officer. My project was fixing the award process, right? Something you wouldn't think of a project being, but when I showed up to the unit, it was 180 days for an achievement medal, and when I left the unit, it was 5 days for a Bronze Star, right? So it gave me a tangible skill to make the lives of our troops better. And then I got exposed to PMP as a division planner, and after I got certified, it was like, why isn't this taught earlier? Why aren't we intentionally integrating project management? Because project management is military planning on steroids, right? The two things industry really cares about, the military doesn't: quality and efficiency, right? Let's just be honest.
Yeah, and one of the things that when veterans get out of the military and they are going to a company, they're highly sought after because of the way they think. Right. And part of that is this idea of project management. And we do project management all the time,
every day,
in the military, but we can always get better. And so this skill has not only application while we're still in uniform, but also applications outside.
Okay. And I'm glad you bring that up, because I think I've talked to industry partners, and veterans have a plethora of capabilities, right? Even as a project manager, as an NCO, you are a babysitter, you are a aide, you are an intel analyst, you are a threat assessor, you're a risk manager, you're a lot of things. But when you leave the service, you're just a veteran, right? So it's not a capability question, no, it's a credibility question. Industry loves the vets, right? We have a lot of support. They don't know what a veteran is or why they should hire them. And I think by getting certifications, right, like PMP, Agile, Lean Six Sigma, cybersecurity, whatever it's going to be, you now have credibility and relatability as a professional. And so you're not just a veteran. And for some of our students that are getting certified 3, 5, 10 years before they get out, then they're going into these internships, and it's like, now I've been certified for over 5, 10 years. I'm not just getting it today. I've been using it, and they're being snatched up like crazy. We have a Green Beret student. He was a door kicker, right? Got Agile, which is like IT project management or change-based project management, got his PMP, walked right out of being a staff sergeant Green Beret into an IT project manager role, making well over 6 figures. And people look at like, oh, you're not a IT project manager. It's like, no, but I deal with change, and people change all the time. And because I'm certified, he now had the credibility to walk in the interview process.
So Josh, talk a little bit about the program. So how do, so folks are getting out there in the regiment, they're sold on this, they know they want to get the skills because they want to be better leaders, better staff officers, better staff NCOs, they want to be better at planning operations, because that's kind of what we're talking about.
Yes.
But they also want to get the kind of credentials to make them marketable. So what is the program, how does it work, and how do people get into it?
Okay, so our program is unique in that it's veteran founded. We understand that life always changes and you don't have control of your life, right, in the military. So what we did is we built what's called a 1-year user license structure, right? So it goes from first contact, right? If you contact us at www.pm-prolearn.com, right? You got to throw the website out there. But you go on the website and you put in a request, say, hey, I'm interested in learning, right? One of our team's going to call you and say, hey, where are you at? What are you doing, right? If you're too junior, we're going to call it out and say, hey, look, you don't meet the experience requirement. Why don't we wait, or why don't you start with this search? So we're going to guide you through.
You tailor it to where they're at, not only professionally, but in life.
Correct. Where you're at, then we're going to identify the right training program for you, right? If you choose to go through one of our programs, right, we're going to talk you through how to use credentialing assistance or how to use the funding available. For Army, CA is the best resource out there. Every soldier has $4,000 every single year, active guard and reserve, to pay for certs, right? And there's no ADSO for the officers that want to use it either. So it's a great resource. Too many don't know about it, but we'll guide you through how to do that, get you into a course. Once you're funded, right, your user license starts, right? It's a 1-year all access pass, right, which means you can attend and re-attend as many times as you want. We guide you through the first 35 hours for PMP. After the class, we help you fill out your application. So we translate that military operational speak into civilian project speak to help you get certified. We do a pre-submission audit to make sure that it's compliant. Once you're done with that, we put you through a post-class study program that goes step-by-step back through the entire course all over again. We have a level of mastery indicator in our learning management system that shows you if you're at the right level to move on. Once you do that, you pass our full-length practice exam. If you hit a 75%, that's our trigger to buy you the test.
So you are with them, not only outreach, getting an idea of what they really need, helping them get the funding and navigate that system, and then helping monitor their progress throughout the entire learning experience.
Yep. And if you fail, right, I can't do a guarantee of passing, but if you fail the first time, we actually download the results, put you back through the study program, we pay every second attempt at the test.
Awesome.
So it's as comprehensive as we can make it. And then at a scheduling level, we use what's called demand-based scheduling. So if I have a class you want to attend and see you, great. But if you want a class at your location, we do that too, right? If you get 8 more, we'll do live virtual anywhere in the world, daytime or evenings or weekends. If you want in person, we need 12, but we will fly an instructor to your location the week you want, the position you want, so we can give it to the group or the unit in the format that they want, not just what I want. It's about the student and the unit to be successful.
It's extremely tailorable. So I want to get a little bit, so we think of, credentials and project management, we think of that as being, that's in the realm of the officer. But the reality is, it's non-commissioned officers. So I've got 2 non-commissioned officers, Sergeant First Class Childers, Sergeant First Class Secrets. So what do you guys think about the program, the need for it, and the non-commissioned officer ranks?
So our first class secrets. So I think it is very important because I think at a young age, well, as a young NCO, you don't realize how much projects you are completing on in a weekly or quarterly basis. Conducting field training exercises, going to the ranges. They're all projects that I wasn't told until I was like a very senior sergeant first class. And it wasn't, if I didn't have the leadership that I had that knew about this, I would have never known about it. And I think we're selling ourselves short in the NCO Corps, but not knowing about this. And it should be heavily brought up in counseling sessions, NCOPD, because it is from sergeant on. You are developing projects throughout your time in the military.
Yeah, and we talk about ALC and SLC, but here's an opportunity outside of that to really sharpen your sword as a non-commissioned officer. And Sergeant First Class Childers, you are the certification guru for USACE, right, for the Army Engineer School. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'm the Institution Delivered Credentialing Manager. And basically what I do is I review the POI with our writers in .LD at the Engineer School. And annually, we have to review it per the guidance from the Combined Arms Center or TRADOC. And basically, if it meets 80% or over or other, where additional, like a bachelor's degree or associate's is required for that credential, we offer soldiers funding to be able to capitalize on that outside of TA and CA. Okay? But like you guys were talking about, PME, automatically everybody's going to get it, right? They're going to go to ALC, they're going to go to SLC. This is what the Army is saying we need you to do at your job. But by us having civilian credentials linked in with our PME, we're going to maintain our edge on the battlefield for potential adversaries out there.
Great.
Because the more organized and efficient we are, the better off we're overall going to be.
And here's the deal. It also gives us a professional language that's common. We're out on the battlefield. We deal with other civilian entities, whether those are contractors, whether we're trying to build a base. There has to be a common language, and PMP becomes that sort of common language because any mission is really a project in a different way. And so, really, really important. Josh, I want to thank you, man.
Appreciate it,
really
sir.
appreciate what you're doing for us. I know you just stay in there and look good.
That's
Sergeant Childers, Sergeant Secrets. Okay, well, listen, this is important, and take them up on it. Go up on the website. Very tailorable, a way of getting your credentials, and they walk you through the entire process. So look, I think it's worth your time. Remember, lead to serve.